Why sales and lead generation is the best businesses to get into as an introductory business. Well, number one, lead generation is needed for all service providers. If you provide a service to a homeowner, to a person, to a business, you need leads to get that, right? And depending on the industry that you and the type of demographic and person that you're, or entity that you're looking to target, you will need to use a different type of lead generation, right? So, you have Instagram lead generation, which is mostly B2C. You have Facebook, which can be lower end B2B/B2C. You have LinkedIn, which is B2B, business to business, or potentially B2C if you're targeting professionals, but are people. You have Twitter, which can be B2C, potentially B2B as well. I'm not really too well versed on Twitter. There's loads of things you can do. You can do cold outreach. You can do inbound, so ads. You can do appointment setting, go a step even further, which is what we did. We did appointment setting. With lead generation, you can go. I would recommend going specific. If you're going to do lead generation, I would recommend going specific. We did a 3,200 business industry in the UK and still managed to get to 7 figures. So it's quite lucrative even with a smallish industry. They just have to be easy to contact. That's what I would recommend doing if you're going to work with a specific industry. My piece of advice is to make sure that they're easy to contact or get in touch with, just make sure you have a plan for you to be able to get in touch with them before you start the business up, because a lot of people get really, really good at their service or product or whatever that they provide, and they just can't get in touch with them. They rely on word of mouth and never really take off, because the people who they're targeting are so far and few between, or they just have no idea on how to get in touch with them. So learn how to get in touch with them. If you have a speciality in some form or way, you probably will rely on lead generation to get in touch with those customers. Learn lead generation, even if you are an established business. Learn lead generation for sure. And sales is just as important. You got the marketing. This is the two differences between marketing and sales. Marketing is getting in front of the customer, and sales is converting that customer into a buyer. So both of those are imperative, and you'll see the top billionaires in the world, a lot of them started out in some form of sales, because you have to sell yourself. You could have the best products in the world, but if you can't get in front of the world, then no one's going to know about it. And it's the same the other way around. You could have a shitty product and be able to get it in front of loads of people, and you make money. Promotion is imperative. Promotion is very important for you to get to where you want to go in your business, in your life. When you have a partner, or you're trying to get a partner, how do you get them? You need to sell yourself. You need to sell them on why they would want to pick you out of all of their options. And if they don't have any other options, and they've picked you because they don't have any other options, do you really want to be in that situation? Or do you want to be with someone who you've been able to win over, who isn't easy? That takes selling. That takes confidence in yourself. How do you get confidence in yourself? Show yourself through repetition that you are what you think you can be. And a lot of people think, to get into lead generation, to get into sales, do all this sort of stuff. Even if you're a service provider or you just don't have a business at all, but you want to get into something, but you think that sales and lead generation is too hard for you. It's not the case at all. It's not the case at all. I remember making my first cold call. I called a jewellery store, and I literally couldn't even get my sentences out. I literally could not even speak to them. I was so nervous. And now I've got a call center. Now I've got a 7-figure business where it's fully focused on sales. Same with Charlie Morgan. He did the exact same. He was in the exact same position. He was insecure, as he publicly talks about, and now he runs a sales consultancy, doing 30 million. So it's all very interesting stuff. You can be introverted and be someone who is insecure, and you can become wildly successful in an industry that you think isn't possible for yourself. Sales and lead generation, you don't have to have a predisposed personality type which makes you good at sales or lead generation. You just need to be committed to learning the skill. So anyone can get into it. If you're a service provider and you love the product, you love making your service and all that sort of stuff, you love making that perfect, then good on you. But you need to get someone. You need to have a good understanding of marketing and sales. You can get someone in who is sort of a polar opposite to you, who loves doing the sales and marketing, and you can focus on the product. That's something else that you can do as well. But you need, ideally both. To get to the top levels, you need both. But to start, you have to have the sales and marketing. To start, you have to have the sales and marketing. That's the most important thing, by far. If you get to a level like Elon Musk or whatever, all about product, right? All about product. But then again, how do you get investors? Sales and marketing. Lead generation of investors. It's insane. But yeah, lead generation, sales, very, very important. If you're just starting out in business, go down that route for sure. Done loads of stuff in the past, done trading, done door knocking, house painting, all that sort of stuff. House painting, fence painting, that was door-to-door sales. That was interesting. That was a big learning curve. If you want to put yourself under pressure, do door-to-door sales. That's good. That is good. You learn a lot of skills from that, because you get direct feedback from the audience, what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Direct feedback. You can learn very, very quickly from that. But yeah, this is the thing as well. I think a big limiting belief that I had before as well is that I didn't think I could build a team. And I remember people talking to me when I just started out my business, saying that why don't you get these people in and they can do this for you? And you can incentivize them this way. It's like, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm at that stage yet. But it's not true. You can get people in at any time, and that would have helped us grow much, much faster, getting people in. It's a big mindset shift. And linking back to the sales and marketing side of things, just get people in. If you don't like doing the selling, get a closer in. You just got to make sure you have leads for them, or you can get a setter to get the leads for them. You just need a way. You just need a route to market, a route to get leads. And this is the thing as well. Like, you don't even need to be a skilled closer. You just need to display value, right? Which you can do with an offer, with a good offer. If you have a good offer and you're average at sales, or you just get enough volume in, then you're going to make money. Just make a really, really good offer. Display that to the target audience. Yeah. Refine the offer through their feedback. Keep refining it. Keep presenting it. And you will make money. It doesn't matter if you're bad at sales. You know, just keep presenting the offer and refining the offer based on what you need out of the offer, money-wise, and based on what they want out of the offer as well. So what's the outcome that they get? And you can be bad at sales and just present that to them, and you will make money. You will make money. And you can use, once you've got a really good offer, you can start running ads as well. That's a route to market, right? Once you've got a perfect offer, start running ads. That's what we started doing recently. We got a much better offer than we did have previously, and it shows the results from ads already really, really profitable. Even with a small sample size. You know, we've been opposed to running ads previously because of our success with outbound, but I think inbound will be a big focus for us in the future, as it's a lot more scalable. You know, you don't need to manage loads of humans. You can just let the leads come in and just get good closers to close them. So yeah, all good stuff. Well, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you heavily involved in lead generation sales? How has that affected your journey?